Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Check it out. Today we are flying the Parrot Disco over 4G cell network, and we're going to try to fly to that island over there, which is Aloha. And we're going to do it all over the 4G network. I've got a SIM card in here. I'm going to be using my cell phone as a router, networked. So the 4G signal is going to be routed through a network, and the Disco is going to think it's being controlled manually over the controller, the Sky controller, but it's actually going to be going through the 4G network. So let's have some fun and try to fly this thing manually all the way over to Aloha and back. Okay, so for this one I'm using the 3S 5200 MAH multi-star, just plugged in there. I went ahead and made, with this cable here I got, just modified it. I made a right angle into the flight controller. By the way guys, if you want to do this 4G mod, go ahead and go check out uavpal.com. Mark Bueller, aka Soft Ice, he put this thing together and it's working great. You might notice that I don't have any antennas on this, but I have the holes here. I took the antennas off because it seems like I get better signal with no antennas on this card. So until we find some good antennas, I'm just going to try to fly it without any antennas, because I'm getting like better speeds and better signal without it. Anyway, I'm going to boot this thing up and we're going to do a screen record on my phone here. I'm going to be using the LG G6 phone.
Everything is out of place, feeling like my world is upside down. I just wanna find my way, gotta get a breath before I drown. You've torn my world apart, I'm left with only scars. These pieces of my heart are the remnants of this love. I thought we had it all, we conquered every wall. The kingdom's rising.
Okay guys, so we have launched, and I'm really sorry, I totally forgot to start my hat cam, but we've already passed Molokini out there. See the island? I'm going right in between Molokini on the left to kind of the northern peak of Aloha. And ever since takeoff, it's been pretty choppy. I'm recording the screen for you guys to see. I guess I'll put some of the Disco video in so you can kind of see the launch, because the Disco does record when it launches. But so far, the whole flight's been really choppy. You can see how the video is just horrible. So I don't know what's going on. I do have telemetry more so than video, which is important. We're already at 5.7 kilometers. And let's see if I can do a quick little course correction with the right stick. I'm just going to go to the right, just a tad to the right, just a little bit, just a quick full press to the right. There we go. Yeah, okay, well, the screen refreshed, and it does look now I'm pointing at more of the tip of Aloha, so nice. What I really don't want to do though is I don't want to, if it returns home and I don't have video, I don't want it to come back and hit Molokini. So I'm going to press to the left again so that it's back on its course, because it'll come straight back. And I know Molokini is like about 160 feet high, and we're just on the fringe of that at 50 meters, what this thing's traveling at. But at least we're still in control manually, even though the video is horrible. And we're at 6.3 kilometers, guys. So this is really interesting. It is working. Just the video ain't that great. It could just be because we're out in the channel, but this should have good, decent 4G. Oh wow, I just got a message, charging pause until your phone cools down. So my phone is just heating up like crazy. I have a feeling that's what's happening. It's just too much heat. I should have like found some shade, but there's not really any shade up here. Maybe if I sit down in one of these trees, I'm gonna have probably even worse 4G coverage. Okay guys, keep in mind, if you're in the hot sun and you're doing this and you're trying to run the router off your phone and everything, you might get this overheating problem. So that may very well be the issue. Let me try to get into the Glimpse app. Okay, we're getting a little bit of stuff going on. I thought I did. I'm just going to go back into my home. Wow, you can see my phone. It's just super hot, man. Jeez. That's got to be the problem. So let me see if I can find that Glimpse app. There it is. I want that Glimpse app to be on so I can see where my disco is. There we go. Let's zoom out a little bit. Cool, so you can see where it is now. This is great. That Glimpse thing is awesome, as long as you have a 4G connection, of course. Not sure why it's saying 0 miles per hour. Maybe it needs to refresh. But you can see my slight little course correction. And look at that, we're more than halfway to Kaho'olawe. Definitely don't want to run into the side of it, do I? So we want to be careful. So I guess I could just really monitor the Glimpse, because the video on this ain't working at all. 7.2 kilometers away. That's pretty awesome. Just over the open ocean here. Nobody to hit, that's for sure. At 50 meters high and over the barren ocean, it's just basically a risk for me. You won't find any planes flying that low. Not gonna hurt anybody. Nobody is unsafe for this kind of flights. The worst case scenario is it'll just run into pretty much vacant island, Kaho'olawe. All right, so video's still weird. I'm gonna get back up here. Let's see if we get back up. Maybe there's some 4G towers, or maybe there's some shade I can find. But yeah, the whole app's just really locked up. I just think it's overheating, honestly. Go back into Glimpse. Zoom out. All right, we're getting close. Still slowly moving. I really wish it showed the miles per hour. I noticed the plane's slowing down a little bit, so we might be hitting some breeze. And keep in mind, guys, the disco is recording. So we're definitely gonna have that disco footage up from time to time, so you can see that high definition 1080 that the disco gives. Let's go ahead and try some pitching the camera down. Of course, it's going to be hard for me to see the video. I'm going to do a course correction to the right. There we go. So I just pushed it to the right. Of course, I can't see any video again. It's just frozen, but I want to make sure I'm not going to run into the island because my FPV is not doing great. So we'll go back into Glimpse. By the way, thanks for joining me on this flight, guys. I know it's going to be a long one, but this is kind of a milestone for me to see how this all operates. Okay, so you saw that course correction. I'm going to do another one. I want this thing to be going past the island if I don't catch it in time. I don't want it to run into the island. Looks like that might have been enough. You see how there's a turn there on the course. Let's see if it'll... Yeah, so with that course, it's looking like it's just going to pass by the north end, so we should be good with that course correction. Okay. All right, cool. Maybe just a tad bit more to the right. There we go. Okay. Let's see how we're looking now. So the Glimpse works very well. So at least if my data is really low or there's something happening with the app, I can basically fly this thing kind of blind, but using, as long as there's data, using Glimpse. Oh, Free Flight Pro is not responding. Did it just close? Yikes. Hope not. Okay, it looks like it's going to be okay. Let's go back to Free Flight. Eee! It just reset itself. My goodness. Still connecting though, check that out. It's just that the flying film, there we go. We got video back. Well, that's cool that it reconnects though. You can see how much storage we're using on the card and how our percentage is of battery, 79%. So we're getting a decent data connection, guys. It's just that, you know, I just honestly think my phone's just super hot and overheating. So next time we'll... Wow, this thing is so hot, honestly. It's just like burning on the edges. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. Maybe I should have rebooted. There's our video again. So I may want to even go a little farther to the right if that's correct. Charging paused again because my phone's just burning up. Oh my goodness. 0 on the recording. I don't know what's going on with the recording. I guess maybe it did it reset. How fast are we going? We're still going the same speed, 11 meters per second. Okay, good. There we go. Our video is still going. All right. This is great. I'm gonna go a little bit more to the right. Video is still just slightly choppy. A little more to the right. There we go. I just don't want it to hit the side of that mountain if my video freezes. So this will be cool. We'll be able to possibly pass over the North Peak. And look at the battery power. I still have... Oh, crap. Oh, no. Okay, so my device is gonna turn off because it's getting too hot. Holy smokes, guys. So keep aware of this. Oh, man. I just really wanted to make it to... my goodness. Just really wanted to make it to Kaho'olawe. I think we're pretty much there. Look at this, we're 12 kilometers away. Holy smokes. On the way back, I just really don't want it to like hit Molokini Island. Maybe I'll try to reboot and then reset it if my device does shut down. Hey, it's still working though. Look at this. Okay. Video's coming in a little better. Very choppy, but it's still working. So we're gonna have plenty of battery unless the wind just like starts blasting going that way towards the island. For me, I think we're gonna be a-okay. This is phenomenal. Okay, I'm gonna go back to glimpse real quick. High temperature. Uh-oh. What's glimpse showing? There we are, we're almost there. Technically we're there. Oop. Getting all these errors because it's overheating. So guys, check it out. Technically we're there. We've already far surpassed the island. We're just going up to the North Peak. Maybe we'll go right up to that peak there, just so we can say we made it to land, and then we'll turn around because we got plenty of battery. You see that peak there? I just want to get right there, man. Maybe possibly turn the camera down a little bit. See if we can do some camera. I really hope the video is working on the Parrot Disco. Gosh, this thing's just overheating like crazy. There we go. So I pitched the camera down a little bit. Of course, no, don't turn off. Wow, this is awesome. Look at that. There's the north shore of Kaho'olawe. Holy smokes. That's it, guys. Slight little course correction to the left. Let's go right over this shoreline. Wow. Man, when that sun comes out on my phone, it just wants to like overheat it. I better put my hat over this in the shade, but it's... the sun's just like right there. So technically guys, this is it. Inter-island flight. Look how far away that island is from my hat cam. It's way the heck over there. Still having overheating errors. 70% battery. Awesome. See if we can kick up the camera. Oh, that's putting the camera down a little bit. See if we can kick the camera back up to our horizon. Holy smokes, this is pretty awesome. Even though the video is choppy and weird. Another course correction just slightly to the left. Wow, the video just got a little bit smoother. Okay, I think this is technically good enough. One last check on glimpse. Quickly, don't mess anything up at this point, please. Wow, look at that. Look at glimpse. We are past the north peak of Kaho'olawe from Maui. Holy smokes. Okay, it's time to come back. So let's go back into free flight. And I just want to make sure it's recording. So I'm going to stop and then start recording again on the disco camera. If that even works. I don't know, it's just so locked up. It's not responding to my inputs. I'm gonna press return to home now. Okay, so I just pressed it. There we go, it's turning around. Oh boy, don't hit the island. Ooh, that's getting close, isn't it? There we go, okay, I think we're clear. Video came back in, just really blotchy, but I'm able to see some pictures where we're at. Of course, errors of overheating again. I'm gonna check glimpse really quick. Really quick, checking glimpse. Yes, look at this. It's coming back straight towards us. And there was our course, guys. How far did we go? I didn't even check that before we turned around. Wow, so we were like 15 kilometers away. And we could have gone further. We're still at 69% power on the disco with that 5200 milliamp hour battery. Awesome. The whole app's pretty frozen. I'm gonna start recording it. It looks like it actually stopped when I pressed it. So let's start recording again. Hopefully I'll have that up, guys, if it does start back up, so you can see that. Just like looks like everything is super laggy because it's overheating. Yeah, so it is in return to home. I think it's just a phone overheating problem with this app, guaranteed, because I'm not getting like the animation, like the return to home should be spinning and all that. So I'm pretty confident that it's just overheating my phone. It's super hot, like literally if I'm touching the edges here, the aluminum, it's like almost burning my fingers. Jeez, I've never even felt that before, that hot. I'm getting no refresh on the app. Once in a while I'll see like a telemetry blip, but I think the phone's just like overworking hardcore. Okay, so back in the glimpse. Coming up on Molokini there, you can see it. Let's see if the disco's still moving. Yep, still moving. You should be clearing it okay. Good. And we're gonna go try to launch Free Flight Pro again. This is a little scary for me because Free Flight is just having some problems, isn't it? Okay, so we know it's connecting, so I can get to that first opening it up phase, but unfortunately since it's not starting, I can't like record the dang video, and I forget which button to press. Honestly, shucks. Anyway, we'll start flying film again. Come on, just work, please. I really want to start recording video. I think it might be B. I don't know if you need the Free Flight Pro app to be working though. Let me just press B. I don't want to press any buttons. Come on, Free Flight. Jeez Louise. Goodness gracious. No video. Getting nervous. Need to go back into glimpse. Back into glimpse, quick. this phone is bogging. Okay, well, we passed Molokini without an issue. See that there? We're passing Molokini on glimpse. So we're okay there. Let me just see how close we are now. Yeah, it's probably close enough to be able to connect from the controller straight to it. Maybe we should try that. I'm gonna give it just a little bit more time. I don't know what happened. Still have blue connection on the controller though. Free Flight Pro not responding, close. My goodness. Back to glimpse. Getting close. Perfect timing too. I can feel the breeze starting to come up. I'm gonna launch Free Flight again and just cross my fingers. Let's see if I can possibly be able to control it. 47% power, at least it's bringing in some info. Oh, I hear it. There we go. There's our video, guys. Check it out. Looks like we're back. Now the video is really smooth. It's already in loiter mode. Just gonna sit there till we do something because we still have connection. And what I want to do is I'm gonna leave glimpse up. Gosh, Free Flight, I thought I closed it, now it's saying crashed. All right, so here we go. So I'm gonna come in this way and I'm just gonna try to land it. Let's see if we can control. So pushing to the right, yes, we have manually control. Okay, good. So I'm gonna circle around. I'm gonna come in low. I'm pulling throttle full back on my left stick so I can come in really slow. Okay, slow way down. Maybe we'll just try like an auto landing. I'm gonna press this landing button pretty soon here. There we go, come in nice and slow. There we go. Or we'll just try manual. There we go, nice and easy landing. Good. And check it out, Free Flight's still locked up. Oh, there we go, that's our glimpse is still working there. Wow, so successfully came back. Let me turn this thing off and then we'll talk a little bit about what happened and a little bit of a pros and cons, guys. Okay guys, so Disco 4G with 4G control. Check it out. So battery's slightly warm. Nothing's wrong with it. Everything looks good in here. What a successful flight, mostly. Let's just talk about really quick a couple of the things. The plane looks okay. The camera did get, it looks like it's got some salt on there. I'm looking at it in the glare of the sun. So flying over the ocean, it looks like it's gonna get possibly a little bit blurry with the video if you fly too low. I mean, it was like, what's that, 160 feet or so. I'll have that up on the screen of that flight. I'll be scrolling around while I'm talking about it. But basically we went from Wailea near the McKenna Beach Hotel area here, and we flew all the way past Molokini. We flew all the way to the north point, past the north point of Kaho'olawe. And I'm trying to remember how many kilometers that was. You'll see it. I'll have it pop up on the screen how far we went and how much battery we had left. I think we had still around like almost 50% battery power with that 5200 milliamp hour battery. Wind's starting to come up. So the main thing, guys, to learn from this one is you may not have the best connection all the time. There's still stuff we're trying to work out on why the connection isn't very smooth. So there's a lot of things going on here as I was talking about in the video, and let's break those down. So I know I mentioned it a bunch, but one of the things is the phone overheating. So if you're going to use the same phone you use for your tethering and all that stuff, you may have issues with overheating, you know what I mean? And that seems to be what happened to the Free Flight Pro app, is it just didn't like it. And it started to not want to work anymore. And you can see like the errors that were coming up on the screen. It said, you know, phone's gonna not charge because it's overheating, phone's gonna shut down. I was canceling out of those, and I was still able to get it back home safely. So that glimpse though, that glimpse app is a real lifesaver. If you do have the problem I did where your Free Flight crapped out on you, at least you can see where your disco is. I kind of wish I could see the miles per hour of how fast it was going. I'm not sure why I can't see that. I'll try to work on that and see why. And keep in mind too, I was in full 4G control the whole time. When it comes back in control range with the controller, you can double press that options button here and you can try to reconnect directly to the craft. So if your 4G is messing up on you and you need to land it, you can try that if it's getting close. We did end up getting a nice good runway and landing in here nice and smooth. And the key to a smooth manual landing with the disco is to get kind of an altitude you want to come in, like an approach altitude, and then fully stick down on the throttle. And what it'll do is it'll maintain enough throttle to keep it flying elevator forward on the controller, and it will bring the nose down slowly. And you can see how nice of a landing we had. So perfect landing, perfect day for this. Just a little bit of overheating problem. So I'm gonna work on this stuff, see how much better we can make this thing in videos to come, guys. And I will see you in the next one. Don't forget, I'll have all this stuff in the description down below the video. If you want to check out the disco, check out the mod, the parts you need to do all this. It's pretty amazing what we can do now with these 4G networks and this high-speed data. So hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.